Hi everyone, welcome to episode 3 of my travel activities show here on JoinMyTrip's channel. I was on vacation last week and now I'm ready to start working again with full energy, although you will probably see that video on Friday now that I think about it, so I'm ready to start the weekend again. This week I'm taking you to faraway lands and, to be more precise, Singapore. And I've visited that miniature state twice in my life now. Once, the first time was when I was a kid, and the second time as a teenager. So yeah, let me tell you, I'm more than ready to go there again. And yeah, first let's check some basic info about Singapore. Singapore is located in the south of Malaysia, so it's in Southeast Asian country. It's actually an island state consisting of one main island and 58 other small islands, so very islandy. Circa 5.7 million people are living there, which is a lot considering the small size of the state itself. So it's more crowded and yeah, just a lot of skyscrapers for the people to live in. It's also more expensive than your other East Asian countries, but it's definitely worth a visit and worth to save some money beforehand, or you can actually share that with other travelers, so it's less expensive for you. Yeah, it's just such a nice country because of their long and rich history. A lot of cultures have been settling there, so it's really a melting pot of a lot of different cultures and influences, which is very great. Another point to keep in mind when going there is that Singapore is actually the cleanest country in the world, I guess. They're definitely in the top 3 of the cleanest countries. Also, like littering, for example, is super expensive, so really be aware of what you're doing there, but it's also very nice to be in such a clean place. So let's check out which travel activities you should definitely do when visiting Singapore. My first tip would be to go to one of the hawker centers, to go there for food. Hawker centers are like huge food courts, but located outside and not in malls. They were built so all the street vendors of Singapore could concentrate in hubs and are not spread all over the city. And yeah, the beauty of hawker centers is really that the food is cheap or cheaper compared to other places in Singapore, because you're not technically eating in restaurants. You shouldn't expect nice tables and, you know, tablecloths and everything. It's more of plastic chairs, plastic, I don't know, stools. Really, it's not about the atmosphere, but really about the food. Although the atmosphere is very special, but not your typical restaurant, let's call it like that. But yeah, the cool thing about hawker centers is that they are really tightly knit into the Singapore culture. And also some places even have Michelin stars, which is amazing considering other places with Michelin stars, because it's really, in hawker centers, it's really about the food and the tradition that comes with food and with eating with other people. Also in hawker centers, the social status is really irrelevant, I would say, because it can be that you can, you know, sit next to the biggest CEO of the country without noticing, because everybody eats in hawker centers. And yeah, social statuses are just erased and everybody's just there for the amazing food and yeah, the amazing atmosphere that comes in hawker centers. My second tip would be to experience the city at night. Yeah, Singapore is impressive by day and super beautiful, but I would say that the city was built to be experienced by night, because yes, obviously the climate is a lot better at night, especially for someone coming from Central Europe, because it's quite humid and hot there, and at night you can get a little bit of cool and fresh air, I would say. So yeah, definitely a few places you should go to at night. The first one would be Gardens by the Bay, the botanical garden of Singapore, which is just impressive. I've never seen such botanical gardens. It's really amazing, especially by night, because then there's like a whole light show and a lot of lights being lit up, and it's one of a kind experience, really. And it's yeah, I can't really describe it. You have to see for yourself. And yeah, pictures, I mean, the pictures speak for themselves, but yeah, seeing that in a real life experience is something else. The next thing would be also located in the marina of Singapore, the Singapore Flyer, which is actually the biggest observation wheel in the world. So it's bigger than London Eye. I've been on both of them, and yeah, the Singapore Flyer is really impressive. And it really gives you a view of the entire city, also by night, which is amazing because then you can see all the skyscrapers being lit up and the botanical gardens and the marina and everything. So definitely go there. It obviously is a little bit expensive, but it's definitely worth the money and maybe the wait as well. But yeah, also very nice for pictures. The last thing to do when experiencing the city by night is go for a midnight stroll on the Changi Port coastal walk, which is amazing. It's located in the northeast of the main island, and yeah, it's just go for a walk on the beach under a million stars in Southeast Asia. It's like a dream, so definitely go explore the city by night. So my third and secret tip at the same time is to escape the city and spend a day on Pulau Ubin, an island northeast of Singapore, of the main island. Because yes, a city like Singapore can get exhausting, especially for a small town girl myself. It was nice to get out of the humming a vibe of the city and just go out and explore the Southeast Asian nature. And yeah, you can definitely do that in the jungle of Pulau Ubin, and to be honest, you'll probably be alone most of the time during the day. And yeah, you can get there by ferry. It's super easy and also quite cheap to go there. Once you've arrived, you should definitely rent a bike or a tandem. They also have those, I think. And follow the many paths that go all around the island. You've got your trail info all around the island, so I would say it's hard to get lost, although I did get lost. But yeah, just be aware of your surroundings, I would say. It's definitely worth going there by bike. Yes, biking in this kind of climate can be quite exhausting and tough, but it's just an amazing experience, especially because of the wildlife. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I thought, yeah, I'll see some birds and such, but the first time I went there, we saw elephant footprints. I didn't see actual elephants, which was, I guess, good because they would have been wild, and I don't know, wild animals and tourists, not the best fit, I would say. But it was very impressive seeing footprints and knowing, oh wow, these are genuine. They're not planted there. And the second time I went there, I had a more real life experience because when I was on one of the streets there, a whole horde of wild monkeys crossed the road, and that was just amazing to see because it was only a few meters away, and seeing a whole monkey family with babies and so many members of the family, that was really unique, and I've never experienced that anywhere else. So if you really want to immerse in the wildlife and in the jungle, Pulau Ubin is definitely worth a visit and just a very nice experience. And that was it for the week. I hope you enjoyed our little trip to Singapore, and I bet you're not the only one out there. So why don't you go ahead and share your Singapore trip on JoinMyTrip. I'm very sure you will find lovely like-minded travel buddies for your Singapore adventure or for any other adventure you want to do. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and turn on your notifications so you will get a notification once I publish more travel activities in other destinations. I would be very, very happy if you stick around and travel the world with me. So see you next week.